Hello again everyone, Saka here and welcome back to another episode of NASCAR Racing 2003 season, the 2019 mod with the 2021 car set, and we are here at Talladega Super Speedway on the outside. In our Critical Role Camaro, Brandon is right in front of us in that Mountain Dew Toyota, and we are set for 18 laps here at the Super Speedway Talladega BR version. And if there's anything that we've learned in the last races here, is the big one is not a question of if, but when. So we need to avoid that as much as possible. We didn't have a good run in Las Vegas. We're not hurting by any means, but another bad run here could put us in quite the pickle for the Roval. A surprise winner may come up here at Talladega as well. You never know with pack racing. We're going to try to pit at about the halfway mark, and do we even take tires? At this point, if it's a green flag run, I don't even think we are going to be taking tires, just fuel only here, as tire wear is minuscule at best. Waiting for the green flag to come out, and it looks like Denny Hamlin is on the pole up there, or maybe Martin Truex Jr., but green flag is out. We have Eric Jones behind us, Ryan Newman to our inside, and Brandon looking to the inside of Ricky Stenhouse Jr. on the outside of Austin Dillon, pushing that middle and rolling under Ryan Preece as well. Bubba Wallace to the outside. Brandon with a good run through the middle, just trying to get up to speed. And then once everyone is up to speed, it's bobbing and weaving as best as we can, 3 and 4 wide, getting that tug off Austin Dillon, trying to clear Cole Custer. And there we go. We can get down to the bottom of that yellow line, and that is the out of bounds line. We're not going to be diving below that. Following Chris Buescher in the 17, under Logano in the 22. Leaders up front looking racy as well. Martin Truex Jr. leads them down, but 3 and 4 wide behind us. Brandon a little bit out of shape from the bottom to the top and gets back in line. Getting off the bottom isn't a death sentence per se. The high line is definitely fast here if you have a good pack to roll. As you can see, that middle line with Austin Dillon is pulling right up to the 22. We're sort of stuck on the bottom here with nowhere to go. Main pack is still holding together. There are a few stragglers that have lost the draft on the back of this pack, so as this race continues on, a slow car by itself may prove difficult to weave around. Leaders up front, looks like Kurt Busch trying to make the pass. 3, possibly 4 wide up there with William Byron taking a look under Kyle Busch as well. And it is a freight train, the 41 behind us helping. On the outside, those Chevys are all lined up with Michael McDowell in the middle of them. And let's try to take a peek under the 17 of Buescher, get the pull off Logano and wreck. To our outside, that was Michael McDowell and Joey Logano hard into the wall, but we managed to stay free and clear. That's going to shake up the pack quite a bit, and we are racing back to the line. These are 2003 rules. If we can get the run on Chris Buescher, awesome. If not, this is where we'll set up. The trouble is, this is too early to pit. Even if we pitted right now and filled it up, we would still have to pit one more time. So we're probably going to stay out as everyone else cycles through. Now, if everyone does come down to pit road, they'll have to take less fuel deeper into the run, but that's we're going to have to sort that out when we get up there. And it looks like Logano might have even straightened it out. I think I see him up there, but no time like the present. Let's take a look at what happened to Michael McDowell and company. And it all starts here with Kurt Busch and Ross Chastain squeezing William Byron, pushes McDowell into the wall, and heavy contact. Everyone up into the wall. Hamlin involved. There's the 00 sliding through. Brad Keselowski having a terrible run. Eric Jones as well. On board with Eric Jones, and this is just pathetic. Like, doesn't he see what's going on? And everyone coming down hard into Alex Bowman in the 48, the 43 hard into the back. Kyle Larson also involved. It looks like that high line got really choked up and really nowhere to go for anyone on that high side. Larson looks like he got away scot-free right here, but down to the bottom, and there is the 99 of Suarez. Larson would have got away with it had it not been for Suarez. But coming back to the restart, we did indeed stay out, and a bunch of other guys did too, including Chris Buescher in front of us and Brandon up front. Eric Almirola leads the field, ready for the green flag, and green is back out, and away we go again. Single file, not passing before the line, pulling out under the 17. We'll see if we can get some help on the bottom. Almirola on the bottom. Looks like Kurt Busch might be looking to the inside as well, and Brandon with a power move to make that pass 3 wide and clear Eric Almirola and get in front of whatever may happen in the pack behind. We should have a big run on Brandon, however, with him all alone out there. We can see Denny Hamlin actually making some moves on the bottom. He was in that incident, probably taped it up and got fixed. But pulling away from these guys, but we are a few laps away from pitting at the halfway mark. We could stay out as long as possible to try to see if there is another yellow and we can come down pit road together. But we'll hang out with Brandon here and see if we can just ride a little bit. Eric Almirola, though, looking very racy on the bottom. No help, though, as we keep that bottom covered. And looking to his back, he does have help coming on the bottom in the car of Chase Elliott. Very fast car indeed. We'll see if they make a move. We're down to the inside. Chase goes down to help Brandon down to block, and we hang Eric Almirola out. All alone up there. The bottom line is moving. Kevin Harvick giving Chase Elliott a push down the back stretch into turn 3. Car a little bit loose there in the turn 3 entry. You can see the car sort of slide out from under me, but we need to get ready to come down to pit road here, so we're clear. Down to the bottom and get it slowed up in a straight line as much as possible. 3,500 in second gear. Looking to the left, and we will probably be taking 2 tires as we slid just a little bit, but 2 tires is all we need, and top this thing full of fuel. Let's go, boys. Rights are on. Fuel is finishing up down and away, and with Brandon as well. And 2 cars may be fast enough to keep the speed up. We're not going to lose a lap here, and depending on what the AI does, they may come down to pit road in the next couple laps, and we don't have to worry about running over anyone, so it's back up to speed, and it takes a while to get up to speed here at Talladega. Looking in the mirror, still free and clear. And as we said, yellow flag is out, so we were not involved in this one. We're going to come back to the line, and we'll see where we shake out. Of course, we are not coming back to pit road, and we may be in the catbird seat here if everyone else was either coming to pit road or, you know, doing their stop. We should be able to make the pass on them, but we are racing back to the line. This is 2003 rules. And it'll be interesting to see where we shake out and see where the wreck happened. Of course, once we take the yellow, we will go back and take a look-see. See if it was worth NASCAR to bring out a caution. And from the amount of skid marks here going into the tri-oval, it does look like, indeed, that yellow was warranted. And we will take the yellow. And I believe Brandon had a penalty, so he's coming down the pit road now to try to clear that penalty. So we'll take a look at what brought out the caution and see what got Brandon penalized. So looking at Brandon's pit road entry, he's on the binders hard and across the line at 52 miles an hour, 55, 56. Oh, so 1 mile an hour over, possibly 2 as he enters his pit stall. So got nabbed for speeding, but we'll see if he can clear that on the yellow by doing a pass through. The reason for the caution, Kurt Busch on the outside of the 21 of De Benedetto. Looks like De Benedetto got either hooked by Newman or turned in, but a single car spin with Kurt Busch. Yeah, coming off of the corner. No, Kurt Busch comes down into De Benedetto, then De Benedetto hooks Kurt Busch, and around he goes. So caution was warranted. That could have been a lot bigger. Good job for everyone to get through. And indeed, coming to lap 10, Brandon is serving his pass-through penalty. Even though pits are closed, he's not going to stop here. He'll be at the end of the longest line, and we'll see where NASCAR lines him up. So with 5 to go, I have a bad feeling about this. I don't think these guys in front of me pitted. But we stayed out. We are running in 7th. Kevin Harvick leads them down for the green flag, and green is on it. Back up to speed right on the rear bumper of Truex. Will go down to try to catch the sniff off of Cole Custer. Kyle Busch even with some damage up here, and Ryan Preece as well. Down to the bottom, I believe the pack has thinned out quite a bit in that first incident. No one was taken out in that second spin, but hard charge down the back straightaway, trying to split up those Stewart-Haas cars and right up the middle of Logano into the outside of Harvick. Just keeping that throttle pinned and try to sail on the outside, but the bottom line has helped. The Fords are linked up. The Stewart-Haas guys of Harvick and Custer back to the 19 of Truex, who seems to be a half lane off, and indeed they're starting to pit. So we are all alone out front at Talladega. That is a terrible thing. With multiple laps to go, it's not like this is the last lap. So we have the Preece, and is that Brandon charging on the bottom? So Brandon bobbed and weaved his way through those cars pitting, and he has a head of steam. He will be up here in no time, especially with the help from Preece. Cars are lined up on the bottom. Oh, and Denny Hamlin on the bottom. It looks like he is out and out of fuel. That is a costly mistake. Why in the world would he be left out like that? And Brandon says hello with a little shot in the rear. And luckily we are now one with the pack. We are now at speed and can properly defend. If he wanted to turn right under us and go around, he could have. Looking to the back, he has no help. We have broken away as more cars come to pit road. I believe that may have even been Preece. So it's all alone with us and Chase Elliott. Denny Hamlin did get down to pit road, and I guess he'll try to fuel his car up. With just a scant few laps to go, Chase Elliott in line, and everyone else behind is single file. I don't know where the run is going to come and where the energy is, but here comes some cars off pit road. That's possibly De Benedetto in front. Don't know if that's De Benedetto or Blaney in that day-glow yellow Menards highlighter yellow, but I believe that may be De Benedetto. Chase Elliott makes the move on Brandon. Brandon tries to squeeze Chase, thinks better of it, moves to the top, will help Chase pull on the bottom and start working the lines. And that is indeed De Benedetto. We'll try to get a pull off of him through the short chute here going into turn 1. Brandon took that spot back from Chase Elliott with a fast race car on the bottom. Brandon right on the rear bumper with another tap. And is the 21 going to give us the lane on the bottom? Nope. The 21 moves down. We're going to have to take evasive action to the outside. Brandon follows us around, and Chase looks to be going to the top as well. And Almirola might have been caught behind the 21, and Brandon, with a fender, gets back in line. Interesting choice that he didn't try to pass us on the bottom. One lap car right in front of us, Cole Custer all alone. We're going to catch up to him. And we are down to the nitty-gritty, the last few laps here at Talladega. No big pack, as it tends to be, but here we go. White flag is out. Brandon to the outside, and he has a fender to that outside. We'll hold the bottom as best we can. Cole Custer rides that second groove. That's going to help Brandon pull that outside. We need Cole Custer to be on the bottom. We have no help from behind with Truex. Where did Chase Elliott go? So he got dropped back. Our best hope is pulling off of Preece here, but 41 getting the pull off of Kyle Busch. Martin Truex Jr. down to the bottom. We'll use him. Try to get the little push, but Brandon is cleared. And Cole Custer, I think, just won Brandon this race. He's carrying all of that speed down the bottom, and Truex doesn't pull up to our rear bumper to help us at all. We can't move up with Custer up there, and that is the race. We'll get the pull off of Kyle Busch, but too little, too late. So Brandon with the worst of first on that restart will take Talladega. Oh, that's a kick in the nads. If he doesn't buy Cole Custer like a Thanksgiving turkey, then that's a disservice. So across the line, Brandon is your winner. We came across in second, Martin Truex Jr. in third. Fourth place will be Eric Almirola. Fifth place, Chase Elliott. Sixth place, Christopher Bell. Seventh place, Kurt Busch after getting spun around like crazy. Eighth place was Ryan Blaney. Ninth place was Ricky Stenhouse Jr. And rounding out your top 10 is Chris Buescher. Looking back at your playoff drivers, Austin Dillon with a 12th. William Byron with a 14th. Brad Keselowski with a 16th with a short rear end. Joey Logano with a 17th. Kevin Harvick with an 18th. But with a solid run, keeping that fender right on the spoiler. And speaking of spoiler, there is, Cole Custer just doing what he does, holding his line, but that gave Brandon the pull, and Martin Truex Jr. decided he wanted to go it all alone and not assist us moving forward. That got Brandon that win, and he is moving on to the next round if he wasn't mathematically already. And speaking of mathematically, we are good for the round of 8, 59 points clear after Talladega. Ryan Blaney, 25 to the good, Elliott 20, Hamlin 13, Eric Almirola 13, Kyle Busch is your cutoff driver, just 3 ahead of William Byron, 15 ahead of DiBenedetto and Keselowski, and Austin Dillon with a lot of work to do come Roval time. But that is next week at Charlotte. I hope you'll tune in then, but that will do it for me. Like, share, and subscribe if you are so bold. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next week for the Charlotte Roval. Take care.